Hi, I'm Sabrina from Inglés con Kilian. I live in Spain with my husband and we teach English to companies and professionals, especially speaking and communicating in English. Today I want to talk about interviews in English. We have already done one video. You can see the link below that outlines the 10 questions and how you should answer them, the 10 most common questions. Today we're going to go into more detail and give you some sample answers, okay? So before you start the interview, you will be introduced to the people and you can say, "Hi, I'm Sabrina, nice to meet you," for example, and you can also say, "Thank you for inviting me to this interview," okay? With a smile and with eye contact, of course. The first question that you may be asked is, tell us about yourself or tell us about your work experience, okay? As we mentioned before, keep it focused on the job. And possible answers could include, I studied social studies because I love working with people and I wanted to find a way to do that as my career. I work in social work because I love working with people, for example. I have experience in this area. I have been working in this area for the last 10 years specify what you're doing. And my main tasks were responsible for people, responsible for money, outline your main most important tasks, and maybe mention why you love doing this job. Okay, so keep it focused on work. If it's outside of work, keep it relevant if you can. So, moving on to the next one. Why should we hire you? Okay, so they want you to give them reasons to hire you. So you can, it's a good idea to let them know that you're very interested, you have researched the company, you know the offer very well. So you can say, I've been researching your company and I can see that you have done this. And I have experience in this particular line of work. So my experience and my values are very much in line with yours. And I think I could be a really good asset to your company because of my experience and my passions, and align it to them and flatter the company. Okay, so say good things about the company and connect your experience or your qualifications to what they need. So just make that connection. If you want to use a good expression in English, not only did I manage a team of 10 people, but I also developed this program. Or not only did I develop the program, I also managed a team of 10 people. So it's saying I did this and I also did this, you know. Moving on to the strengths and the weaknesses. Make sure you give a strength that is related to the job. Know the job offer very well. For example, and give examples as well when you're speaking. For example, I'm committed. I won't be able to leave my last company, for example, until this project is finished. So I will need another 3 weeks. Or I'm committed. I always see projects through. I work even extra time if necessary to finish a project. I'm trustworthy and responsible. I always carry out the tasks that are assigned to me, and I always inform managers if there are any issues or problems, for example. And I am ambitious and goal-orientated. This could be if your post is demanding and is goal-orientated. For example, I work well with deadlines and I always finish my work on time. So you're connecting it again to the position that you're being interviewed for, and you're connecting the strengths to the job offer. So you need to know the job offer very well. Okay? What are your weaknesses? Be careful that the weakness is not related to one of the essential or recommended or desired skills for the job, okay? And also what you're doing to improve on this weakness. Don't say I'm a perfectionist, everybody says it, it has really been done to death. Say something like, for example, I'm learning to be more patient because I don't like it when people are late with projects, but I'm learning to talk to people and find out why and what solutions we can bring to the table to stop this from happening again. Okay, so make sure the weaknesses are not very strong, not very hard, and make sure they're not related to the job. Okay. What are your career goals, or where do you see yourself in the future? Or so the company want to know how you see yourself developing, and if you see yourself developing within their company. So again, related to the company, you'd like to have more responsibility. You'd like to continue to thrive and be challenged in your work, perhaps have a promotion, more responsibility, more promotion, don't mention money maybe at this point, and connected to the job. Why do you want to work here? Again, have your research done. Research the company. Flatter the company. Say, I've been researching this company and I love your values. I love how you work. I love your products. The service is really efficient. It really helps people. And I think it would be a really exciting project to work on. It's something that I wanted to do for a long time. Say this if it's true. Don't over flatter. Don't be too, I love you. You know, it's transparent unless it's true, but even then try to keep it in check. I've always been interested in your area. I've always wanted to work in, for example, biometrics, and what you're doing is really innovative and interesting, and I would love to be a part of that. Plus, and link it with your experience, plus with my experience, my qualifications, I think it could be a really good fit, and I would get on really well here and really help the company improve or continue improving. So again, connect yourself to the company. Tell us about a challenging situation at work. They want to know how you deal with conflict or how you deal with challenges. Do you get stressed? Do you manage situations well? So try to have something thought of, or a few situations thought of that you can talk about in the interview. For example, I remember making a decision that my manager normally made, but she wasn't there, so I had to do this. The client wanted a decision, and I made this decision based on the facts that I had, and it was the right decision, and my manager was really happy, or something like that. But have some ideas in your head. It could be a hypothetical question. What if this situation happened? What would you do? And you could try to link it to something you did in the past. So it could be a similar answer. Well, I remember that something similar to that happened to me before, and this is how I resolved the situation. Or if it's wildly different from what your experience is, you could say, well, I would do this because of this. Okay. Next one. Why did you leave your last job? Or why do you want to leave your job? Or why were you made leave, which is more difficult. If you were sacked or fired from your last job and they're likely to find out, tell them. Be honest, because they're going to find out. Do not talk badly about the other company. Be respectful, but give your side of the story. Why did you leave, or why do you want to leave? You can, again, flatter the company and talk about how you're really interested in what this company are doing. The job really fits with your experience and with your interests, how it's interesting for you and how you are interesting for the company as well. So try to connect yourself to the company again, because the job you had before maybe wasn't challenging you enough, or it wasn't going in the direction that you wanted for your career, something like that. So again, talk about why this job is good, and that's why the last job wasn't exactly what you wanted. What was your greatest achievement? So if you're new to this career, maybe your achievement was something in sports or in your personal life. If it's connected to your job, great. Okay, in this example, my last job required me to speak English, and my level of English at the beginning was quite low. So I had to practice a lot. I had to work on my English a lot. I had to study and immerse myself 12 more hours per day. But in the end, I achieved my objective of being fluent and confident and understanding well in English. So I really feel that that's one of my greatest achievements, because it was difficult, but the reward was, it felt really good when I could do it. Okay, something like that. And then the last question, do you have any questions for us? It's a good idea to try to have some ideas for this question to show interest, okay? Or maybe what can happen sometimes is you do have questions, but they answer them during the interview. So you could say, oh, I wanted to know, but you have already addressed that. Thank you. Other questions could be, how long would it be until I could, or how long would it be before I can expect to hear back from you, for example? Anything else that I could tell you or that you would like to know that would help with your decision about hiring me? Or could you tell me what a typical day in this company is like? Something like that, something that shows interest, okay? So, some preparation tips for an interview. Research the company. Super important. Do not go to an interview without having looked into the company beforehand, okay? What they're about, how big it is, where the offices are, what their values are. Have a look at their website. Have a look at the About Us section, okay? Study the job description. Know exactly what they are looking for in an employee. Do they want someone who can take responsibility? Do they want someone with a lot of experience? Someone with managerial skills, good soft skills? What exactly are they looking for? And this way you can align your answers to the position. Think about how, as I say, think about how you can be more aligned with the company, how your experience fits, how your qualifications can fit. Even if it's not directly the same as the job, it can be, you can need similar qualities in other positions, you know. Go through these questions, answer them, write out your answers in a piece of paper, record yourself saying them, or get someone to listen to you while you're saying them and help you in your delivery. Make sure you're speaking clearly and make sure you're not stopping and starting too much if possible. In the interview, maybe you get nervous and you do that, and that's okay. But if you practice a lot, you won't get so nervous. So practice and practice, especially if English isn't your first language. You're not going to feel confident unless you practice, you know. And if you practice a lot and prepare the questions, you will know the vocabulary, you will know the grammar structures, and you will feel more confident in the interview, okay? Remember, in the interview, it's not about you, it's about the company. It's about why they should hire you. So show them that you're a good asset, that you're thinking about the company and the company's needs, okay? Practice the questions, as I said. In terms of dress code, dress appropriately. Check what people normally wear to interviews like this. Maybe call the company and ask someone there if necessary. It shows interest. It's better to be a little overdressed than to be underdressed, you know. So if you go in jeans and trainers and they expect you to come in a suit, it doesn't look so good. So be careful. Try to speak English just before you go into the interview. So if you can speak to someone, great. For example, we speak to students who are about to go to interviews or about to go to speaking exams just before they go in to help them change the chip to English, you know. So try to do that. If you don't have anyone to speak with, just record yourself on your phone or speak to yourself. But verbally, speak if you can, okay? In the interview, try to center yourself. You're going to be nervous, maybe. You're going to feel a little stressed. So take deep breaths. Try to speak more clearly, enunciating the words, pronouncing the words properly, because when we're stressed, we tend to speak faster and maybe they won't understand us so well. Okay, so make an effort to slow down in the interview, and this will help you to feel calmer. Okay. Smile. Keep eye contact with people when you're speaking to them. This is really good. Don't stare, obviously. This is not good. but keep eye contact with the people who are speaking. And if, for example, 3 people are interviewing you, one person is asking the question, talk to the 3 of them. Make eye contact with the 3 of them, okay? This creates connection with people. It's not just about the words that you say, but it's also about your body language, okay? Don't move your hands too much. Sit up straight. One thing that I haven't written here, a lot of interviews are taking place online. Make sure that you dress from head to toe, just in case, okay? Also, make sure that you're in a professional setting, something like this, where there isn't dirty laundry in the background, or preferably where you're not going to hear the dog barking or children crying or other noises. Check your setup. Check your mic is working. Check that your mic is clear. People don't often realize they're difficult to hear. Check that your headphones are working. Check that your camera is working. Be ready. Do a trial run. Try it before if you can, okay? But be ready, because obviously sometimes we have technical difficulties that are beyond our control, but there is a lot that we can control. So make sure you're professional looking and your background is professional if it's online. Turn up on time or turn up early, better, especially if it's in person. Be there early so you're not rushing and being more stressed. And in the interview, if you make mistakes, if you stumble over your words, it's okay. Stop, breathe, start again. Smile. Everybody gets nervous. You're speaking to humans, remember? Okay? And that's it. Good luck. If you want any more advice in relation to interviews, please let us know, and let us know what questions you would like us to cover. Okay? Preparing people for interviews is one of the things that we do at Inglés con Kilian. So if you do need some help with your CV or with your interview, please feel free to contact us below. And also feel free to go below and get your free ebook, which will help you to improve your English by yourself at home. So good luck.